So what I'm seeing is that the biggest block to abundance is codependency. And it's codependency on what you think you need to be safe. I think I need money to be safe. I think I need this kind of food. I need alcohol to feel comfortable in social situations. I need sex to feel desirable, to feel love. When we need things to feel safe or to feel pleasure, that's when we become out of balance and we step outside of ourselves, outside of our bodies, outside of our divinity for that quick fix. And, this whole retreat, we've been talking about releasing shame. And shame comes from when we think about what we've been taught about these things, about sex, about food, about money, the shame comes from us doing things differently. Engaging with these things differently than we were taught is the right way to engage with them. You don't have sex until you're married, or you don't have sex until commitment. You don't eat this food is bad for you. You don't drink too much alcohol. Don't. We feel shame when we go against what society, our parents, our teachers, anyone has taught us is the right way to do things. So the beginning of this work is to evaluate your relationship with these things and decide what meaning you give to these things. How do I want to engage with these things? And part of our manifestation challenge was about abstaining from certain things so that we have the time to reevaluate our relationship. Abstaining from sugar, abstaining from alcohol. And for me, I decided to abstain from sex during that as well. And I was reevaluating my relationship. How have I engaged with these things? How am I using these things to avoid doing my inner work, to avoid connecting myself to my divinity? And what I realized was all of these things were to simulate my connection to the divine. When I am having sex with another, it's like a lazy way of connecting to the divine. It's kind of like, okay, I'm just going to use this act to feel really in my body, to be completely mindful and present of this pleasure. How can I be thinking of anything else when I'm in such pleasure with this body, with this other person? And not engaging in it in a way that was sacred to me. And it's the same thing with money. When we hold on to money as our safety, and we know we're doing this if we're fearful when the money's not flowing in. When the money is not flowing in with ease, and we start to freak out, oh my God, where's the money? I'm not gonna have money for my bills. Oh my God, I just booked this retreat center. Oh my God. That fear is the indication that we're off balance with our relationship with money. The trusting relationship with money is one that is, I have everything I need and more is always on its way. I have everything I need in this moment, right here, right now. I have everything I need, and more is always on its way. More is on its way. I'm not going to be attached to the form it comes, to the person it comes from. I need this person to sign up. I need them to be in this program. I need them to, renew their contract. No. Releasing the attachment to the person, even the money itself. Money doesn't have any value other than the value we give to it. And we're seeing with cryptocurrency and that literally the value of money is changing and is completely being rewritten, to the point where we could, as a society, just decide the dollar has no value. Guess what? The dollar has no value, and now we're using Bitcoin. And then everyone scrambles to get Bitcoin because money just has the value that we give to it as a society. We used to exchange things of value, the bartering system or trading, cattle or whatever, because that had value. We just decided the money, that the dollar in the US is how we pay each other. That's of value. And when we put our safety into money, I need you to be safe. That is a very dangerous place to be in, because you're saying, without you, I'm not safe. It's the same thing of saying to your partner, without you, I'm not safe. If you die, don't you dare die before me, because I need you to be safe. I need your income. I need you to help with the kids. I need your compassion, your sex, your body to feel pleasure. You don't. There's nothing we need to be safe other than our knowing that we are our safety. And this comes through exactly the work we're doing in the retreat, which is reconnecting to ourselves, our bodies, and knowing that we have the ability to be safe and in pleasure all on our own. We don't need money. We don't need alcohol. We don't need a certain kind of food. We don't need sex. We don't need any other human beings to be in pleasure. Do they add to the joy? Absolutely. Can they add to your pain? Absolutely. They're going to add to your experience. Like Dr. Aaron Wilkerson says, if you want to learn more about yourself, get into a relationship. It's the best way to learn more about yourself. They're your mirror. They will reflect things back to you that you don't want to look at, but they're actually those parts of you that you just haven't dealt with yet. But we have a relationship with everything in our life. We have a relationship with money. We have a relationship with where we live. We have a relationship with food. And it's really that releasing the codependency of I need you. I need this much of you to be safe, to be in pleasure. And something else that I realized was that, when Kay was talking about loneliness and people do the late night eating as a way to soothe themselves. And, there's shame around eating during the day, around others seeing their selections of food choices or whatever the stories are. But it is, and when she said that loneliness piece, I was like, that's what I've been focusing on, that loneliness piece. What is this loneliness piece? What is this boredom? Where does this boredom come from? It comes from disconnection from self and disconnection from the divine. So the cure to loneliness is actually solitude. And I realized this when I was in Colorado. It was the first time I went anywhere, like a trip by myself. And I went to Colorado. I was so nervous. I was like, I don't even know how to get a rental car by myself. I was always with my ex-husband. I didn't even know how it worked. I was so scared they were going to scam me or take too much money. And they asked a million questions. Do you want to add this? Do you want to add this? And I was like, no. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea. I was like, do I need insurance? I don't know. I was clueless and I was terrified. But I forced myself to be in that discomfort. I was like, you're doing this and you're going to find out a lot here by yourself. And I remember sitting at the base of a mountain and I felt the mountains embracing me. It felt like a hug. And the tears, just streaming down my face, overwhelming sense of the divine being there with me. And I was like, oh, wow, all this time I've been avoiding being alone. And this is the cure for loneliness, is being alone. It was so ridiculous. It was like, wow, I filled my space and time with, my ex-husband, with my children, with social media, with my friends, with my clients, busying myself, filling all the time because I was so afraid to be with myself for what I might see. And it turned out that I had one of my awakenings by myself. And that clarity around what loneliness is and the cure for it, which was solitude, because loneliness is just disconnection from self. Disconnection from self, disconnection from the divine. And when we feel disconnected, we reach for something to comfort us. When you feel disconnected, you reach for alcohol. When you feel disconnected, you reach for sex. When you feel disconnected, you reach for drugs. You reach for something to feel to that it's like that itch. Oh, this doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel good. Tell me I'm worthy. Tell me I'm desirable. And I noticed with myself, The only time I was getting on dating apps is after I'd had alcohol, and I was like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Do I want to date anyone right now? Why am I doing this? But it was like the alcohol was taking me out of my body. And then I was craving a reminder that I'm desirable. Tell me I'm desirable, because I'm forgetting right now because I just left my body because I've had too much alcohol. Whereas if I'm just here in my presence, in my complete presence, whether I'm in pain or I'm just feeling fine or I'm in peace or I'm in joy, I don't need to reach for anything else. I don't need anything else. And it's in that place that I want to attract, and I will attract everything that I want. So that's why that realization that it's looking at what are you assigning meaning to of I need that to be safe. That's all codependency is. I need this to be safe. When you decide you don't, that you are your own safety, you will never be unsafe again. You can be in any body. You can be sexy as hell. You can show your body. You could not have any money coming in this month and be like, I'm good. I'm good. Because abundance is trust. Abundance is our birthright. Abundance just is. Abundance is everywhere. It's when we look for where it's not that it doesn't come. And I was thinking this morning of the cliche, good things come to those who wait, right? Good things come to those who wait. So we think like, oh, it's just not my time yet. I need to wait longer. I need to be patient. And we talked about this yesterday. Waiting causes more waiting. Waiting causes more waiting. It's not that those who wait. I would change that to say good things come to those who are in joy, who are in gratitude. The highest vibration you can feel is gratitude. And I know because when I just felt this at the photography convention, the divine literally came down to play with me. It was like, I just went through every client. I went through every friend. I went through every lover. I went through every, my children, my pets. Oh, that was a big one. My animals who were just pure unconditional love, like just focusing on the love and thanking them for that love. I just my energy, my divinity was so big. And in that place, the divine was all around me. I was like, this is what we really want. And I did this with no other people, no other substances, nothing outside of me.